Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this specific video, I'm going to be talking about one of those credit cards that are in the cashback setups, and maybe not a lot of people might know about this card because it belongs to a credit union, but at the same time, it is one of those that I've been talking about lately. There are a lot of credit cards that have been good cashback and point wise, but mostly on the cashback side that they have been disappearing or something like that or changing. And that's important to have in kind of benefit of those that actually are right now existent. Who knows? Later, maybe they close the doors for everybody else or they start doing GFNs again and they don't let everybody to have it. So might as well try to have it now. But well, what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the credit card from the bank, Langley, which used to be not for general people, but a specific type. And this credit card, besides the fact that it has a fixed rate of 18% APR, which let's say honestly, that's good. Because the good thing about having a credit union, which I always recommend to have at least, is that the credit cards, like you can say 80% APR max, their personal loans might be 80% as well APR. They might have lower in general car loans or housing loans as well compared to general normal banks. Because, for example, credit cards tend to go from 23 to 30% APR. The personal loans can be higher than 18% as well other stuff. So it's always good to have somebody from credit union so you can kind of have those benefits because some of them are you part of them, so they kind of work for you in a little bit of sense. Um, Not like that, but you know what I mean. Um, and the good thing about this car is that yes, it does have a 5% cashback on select choice that you make every single month. We have a 3% guarantee in gas and EV charging, and 2% back on groceries and wholesale clubs, and 1% in unlimited cash back on everything else. Great. Um, in the same time, and you spend for limited time 3,000, you're getting 200. I'm not sure I had not done the math, but I remember used to be the first 6 months they were kind of cash match your earnings. Like for example, instead of being 5% per choice, it would be 10% for 6 months. So that would be maybe a lot of money. I'm not sure I haven't done the math, but you can leave in the comments which one you think was better, the 6 months 10% or the 3,000 200%. 200%. I mean $200. Okay. Um, of course, it had no annual fee. It has some visa protection, like for example the Porsche piracy protections. And the good thing about this is cash back. So you don't have to complicate your life about earning points, knowing you're gonna use the portal, knowing you're gonna cash out, or knowing that you can transfer to partners. No, over here it's straight. You just get cash, and that's it. The good thing about this is that Langley, of course, it makes you open checkings or a savings account, or both, or whatever you want from the products. To be honest, you can use all of them. I had not heard nothing about them negative bad. So the good thing is that also just them in clauses in everything that you have earned next day or two, it will be sent towards your designated Langley account. So you will get your money that way. Might not be the good for thing for everybody, but I feel it makes sense in a certain way because that kind of makes you use their own products. So that's good positive on them. And of course, they're gonna say, what is the good thing about this car? Why would I recommend this car in general? And the thing is, we have certain categories, like for example, the ones that are mentioned right here, that you can choose from Amazon, automotive services, department stores, dining, electronic stores, gas EV charging, groceries and wholesales, Lowe's and Home Depot, which those tends to be home improvement stores. Great. That is fantastic. What happened with this card? Used to be that they will give you maybe 4 or 5 options every single month for you to choose. They were randomly rotating categories, and you would only choose one. Since April, I believe they kind of revamped the system where they give you like 10 options now, and you choose one of them. So that's great. And about this, because it's been kind of consistent in being the same ones. So it's like the same thing that you have, the same thing that you want to choose. There you go. So far, it's been that way. And not just that, but it is has a $2,000 spent after to get this 5% cash back. Something that other rotating or choosing category cards do not really get. For example, the most common ones tend to be Citi Custom Cash, which was 5% back on the spend category that you use most that month, and you will only get it up to 500 spent per month. Then we have the Discovery card as well as the Chase Freedom Flex that they will rotate categories, and whatever you want to spend on those specific categories for every 3 months, you can use it. The limit was 1,500, so this one is still way better, like 4 times what I mentioned before for one specific month. So that's great, fantastic news if you are into the cashback setups, which again I'm kind of enjoy personally. And something I really like about this card is that I'm a person who likes the PayPal debit card with the grocery selected because it works in Walmart, Target, Sam's Club, Costco, BJ's, traditional groceries, and I don't have to worry about it. Over here, you have groceries and wholesales. Fantastic. You don't have to worry about that because you can apply for this credit card, get a credit card, not a debit card, and still using it for wholesales, especially because this is a Visa, so it works great in Costco as well. Or you can choose gas and go for gas in Costco, and that still work because it's a Visa card. And I'm saying it this way because we know the paper debit card, once it hits August 1st, it will not give you cash back anymore. It will still earn you, like, we know, 5% back, like PayPal points that can only be redeemed through PayPal, gift cards, or shoppings, in general stuff. So that's the thing. At the same time, because it's a debit card, money that you spend that moment, money that is gone right away. Well, credit card, you use the bank's money. Pretty much, you can wait for the statement to close to post, and for the meanwhile, before you even pay for your month, you can just put your money in a savings account. High interest, maybe 3%, 4%. I don't know which one you have. Um, and now it kind of changes on promotional sometime, so it's kind of hard to know which one you will have. But let's say 3%. So you earn 3% interest every month that you leave your money right there, and sometimes you earning 5% back in your categories. Where instead of using a paper debit card, you would just earn 5%, and that's it. You will be missing out on the 3% that would you get from that money spent. Yeah. Like I said, this is really the good thing about this credit card and the fact that it has a bigger limit for usage. And of course, some people might say, oh, it's so fantastic. It's a City Custom Cash with steroids because you can spend way too much money into it, which is true. I do not deny that. It's 4 times the amount of money. And sometimes it lets you use in categories that normally are not tend to be common in credit cards. And the good thing about this is that The Citi Custom Cash as well as the Chase Freedom Flex, those are cards that earn 5% back, yes, but they can also be transferred potentially to partners. So that could potentially earn way more than 5%, which people might not realize that. Again, this is a cash back setup, so that would not apply in this logic. With this has said, guys, I hope you like this video. I hope you are interested in this credit card, and I hope I can see you later. So thank you so much, and bye bye.